Yes, we come back off the long weekend, of course, the Great Southern Footy League up against the Southern Footy League and Southern Footy League do it. Of course, if you bring in the coach that's winning all the time with Flagstaff Hill, mate, it just follows on, doesn't it? Russ being good enough to join us, and the Prez, Craig, as always. Thanks for coming in, fellas.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Better start with you, Russ. Winning form's good form, mate. Now you take it into the Great Southern Footy League and the Southern Footy League. 32-point winners on the weekend. What did you take from it?
No, it was good. It was a great hit out. We were quite invested in it as a group. We wanted to make sure everyone was keen to play, and same with Great Southern. So played up there at Strath on the big deck with the new club rooms up there. It was fantastic. It was a great day. So
yeah, I don't want to say anything. Craig comes in with the Prez, and as soon as he loses, mate, he's ditched. So you're in the seat as long as you keep winning. You're under no pressure at all for next year, though.
None at all.
So if we don't see you next year, we know before it even starts being lost. Like when you come into a game like that, you haven't got a lot of time. It's an all-star team in effect.
Yep. How
do you prepare them before the game? Because you've only got a couple of trainings and then bang, you're playing. And we hear all these clubs talk about got to get this system in, got to get that system in. What's the line of play in a short period?
Look, I mean, I think the Southern League, we're pretty lucky in the fact that a lot of teams are trying to do what I do anyway, what we do at Flagstaff Hill. So a lot of the guys sort of know a process and how we want to go about it. But we focus mainly on team first and making sure we're all out there for each other and wanting to make sure we work hard for each other rather than worrying about too much structure around the ball. I think one of my lines to them for most of the 2 weeks of training that we had was basically, the best team that gels together will win this game. We might not be the most talented, but if we gel together and play as a team, we'll be all right. So it was more team focused and making sure we all sort of felt a bit of love for each other.
Great day at Strath, Press. Good day for the Southern Footy League. They won, there's 5 games, I think there was, something like that. You won 3.
Yep.
2 to the Great Southern. Both of the girls' games were won by the Great Southern.
Yeah, and
have you looked at that? Is there a problem?
No. They no, there's no problem with it. What people got to understand is with our girls and women's competition that this is only about our 3rd year. Great Southern have been doing it for 4 or 5 years. So you go back and look at the record, and we got absolutely belted in the first two times that the girls played.
Yeah.
But when you look at the scores, yes, there's still a little bit of difference. But we're catching up fast, so there won't, come a time in the next couple of years where these girls get a little bit more experience. Yeah. Certainly in our senior women's side, we had 4 girls that could have played in the under-17 game, but no, they wanted to step up to play with their friends in the senior competition. So that's going to build a really good base going forward for us at that level.
So the day itself, because it was a full day, wasn't it? I think you had games starting at 8:15, going right through to whatever, to the main game. Success, good day.
Look, absolutely. And our thanks to Terry Corcoran and the boys from the Great Southern. They were terrific. Smithy, who runs the Strathalbyn Footy Club down there, the president, couldn't do enough for us. It was just really one of those special days where, yes, the weather was really good, and again, like Strathalbyn can be really dark and muddy and whatever, and a lot of rain, but this was absolutely perfect. The deck was in really good condition, and it made for some really good football, even in the junior grades. Talking to Bryce Gibbs and Tarkin Brown from South Adelaide, who were there watching the young talent, they were very impressed with both the junior games as well. So it was a really good day of footy all round.
And my country champs come up next, so now Great Southern and the Southern Footy League combine. I guess to you first, Russ, how difficult it is to pick a team?
Oh, we'll get together tomorrow night and discuss that. It's pretty tough. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of talent around, and obviously we had a few boys miss. We had specifically one of my boys missed in the Southern side this week just through concussion. So he'll be available in 2 weeks' time, ready to play. So we consider those boys as well. So look, it's difficult. It's difficult to get together, but we'll put a pretty good side together. Don't worry about that. And it's in our area. It's up at Victor Harbour this year. So it's in our backyard. We want to have a real good crack at it and take home the win. So.
Right, let's talk about the season so far, mate. In the Southern Footy League, you sit nicely on top. Clearly not tired of losing yet. Don't want to give anyone a chance to feel what it was like to beat you. But trying to stay motivated when you're having the success you're having. How difficult to get to the group week after week to stay focused on the job at hand?
Motivation is probably the toughest thing for us as a club at the moment, but I think we've got a lot of juniors and all the young kids pushing through, so the guys that are actually in the side at the moment need to keep performing or they can find themselves out of the side pretty quickly and not in that winning position. So there's competition for spots, which is probably the best way to keep them motivated. Yeah.
All right, Morphet Vale this weekend, mate, 1v5. Morphy's a little up and down. When they're going, they're pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Got some great talent. Had a couple of boys that played on the weekend. So, yeah, look, they gave us a bit of a scare round one. I think we only got over them by a goal or two, so they came home with a wet sail. So, yeah, it'll be a good hit out down on their deck on the small oval. So they'll be pretty confident. But we go into most games confident that we play.
There's a few good games on the weekend. There's a couple of little sneaky ones. Noarlunga Christie's Beach is another one that's 3v6, but as we said before, with the ladder the way it is, apart from you guys who are sitting up there and probably Ranella, the rest of them are really fighting for a
Christie's
spot.
have probably got their best 4 players back in the last week.
Okay.
So that's probably their whole engine room, their midfield, and then another forward, their full forward Blake Carter's back as well. So that improves them immensely straight away. So probably where they sit on the ladder at the moment, it's a bit of a false economy. So that Noarlunga Christie's game will be a big game. Absolutely.
Mate, for you start winning, you continue winning. I know, well, let's say we're 5 years ahead. Can you see yourself still at Flaggies? Not that you couldn't be there, but there's other opportunities. Normally when you have success, people come hunting. Is it something that you think you'd have a look at, or you go, nah, Flaggies, that's it? Some coaches say, that's it, I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, I plan to
possibility?
stay put for a fair while, but it's more about that next level. The same the way I talked about my players. If I've got players playing in my side, I want them to go up to the next level and be the best they can possibly be. But if they can't make it at that level, then come back to us. So a bit similar for myself. If I can go up a level, or someone starts knocking on a door, and you're getting into a league system, then happy days. But at the moment, Flagstaff Hill's where it's at for me.
He ain't going anywhere.
No, but eventually
we got association games to win.
all that stuff. And I hope,
and we got Southern Country
you've got to
Championship.
get a fair bit on your plate at the moment, mate. Don't worry, if you lose next year, we'll bump you like you
That's
want to.
right. It doesn't take long, does it?
But sorry, my follow-up question on that is, and I really admired Sam Jacobs. He came back out of the AFL and went back and played with the first team he played with up on the peninsula. And sometimes coaches, they finish and then that's it, I'm done, I'm burnt out. It'd be nice at some stage to see some of the coaches come back and go, you know what? Yeah, I went to coach in the AFL and I did all that, but I'm going to come back for a year and get involved with Flaggies again.
Yeah,
because you've been big, and I sense that in the brief chats we've had that you're big on the loyalty. Flaggies mean a lot to you. I could see that would be something in the back of your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot more people should do it. Even if you only spend a year or two as a mentor to a club. Local footy with the expansion of women's football that's going on, the volunteers and the help in the background is hard to get a hold of. So if someone goes up to a higher level and can then sort of float back and be a mentor or a coaching director, if you want to put it that way, I think that would help local footy immensely for sure.
Hey, mate, we could talk forever, but we've got to wrap it up. Well done on getting the trophy, mate. Nice to see it with the Southern Footy League. I know the President's always happy to see it back where it belongs. Stay with us. Still, a bit more to come.